I am alright. You alright?
Yeah, not bad.
Yes.
What's been going on then?
Well, so I caught this guy red-handed trying to change the locks to the property.
Okay.
So, of course, you know, he doesn't have the keys to the property. I have the keys to the property.
Okay.
I'm the one.
Have you received eviction notices saying that?
From who?
This gentleman seems to think that you've been given the eviction
Well,
notices.
whatever he says he's been given.
Okay.
He's been given. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, you've been served to your home address, your business address, and you've also sent me messages confirming you've received that information.
There's nothing from the courts.
Okay.
And I've already spoken to the courts.
Okay.
And he ought to, you know, first of all, the eviction notice is supposed to be on a stipulated form.
Okay.
A form, a specific form. I don't know what he wrote, whether he just putting signs all over the place, just being a nuisance, defacing and being harassing me, and you know, and doing stuff like that. When he ought to do things properly and go to the courts, because that's a civil matter.
Okay.
You know, instead of he has no right to come and change the locks.
Okay.
He has no right to be leaving threatening notes and threatening messages and stuff like that, and harassing me and stuff like that. He has no right to do that.
A notice of a lock change is something we have to do by law. That's
by law.
On
the court is the one that's the law, not you. You're not the law. You don't just do whatever you like.
You've got no right to occupy the
property.
Irrelevant.
That's irrelevant. That's a dispute, a civil dispute. You know that. You just can't just come and change the locks and just come and take over my property. You've taken whatever.
Okay.
All my stuff is
we're not
there.
going around in circles here, aren't we? We're not going to go anywhere. Basically, it's a civil matter, isn't it? Like you said. He believes to it being he believes he sent you eviction notices, and the fact if he's got lease over this property, and you're meant to be out of this property.
I'm not meant to be out.
Okay,
sir.
listen.
I have my stuff in there.
Listen me out. Listen to me. I'll give you a chance to talk. You give me a chance to talk. All right. He's believed to have given you or a company eviction notice to be removed from this property by was it June, did you say?
Yeah. So
it's now the 1st of September. Okay. So if that's the case and he owns the property or he's in charge of the property, he has the right to change the locks. All right.
Sir, I have my stuff in there.
Okay. And
I'm saying to you also that I don't know anything about the notices that he's been given.
Okay.
So that's again.
There's two sides.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Listen. There's two sides to every story. He believes that you've been receiving these eviction notices and actually replying to them. So that gives me the fact that you are aware of them.
I've never replied to any of what you're talking about.
Okay, that's fine. Like I said, we're going around in circles here, aren't we? I'm here to prevent a breach of the peace, and there's.
But I'm the one who owns the property.
Okay.
I have the keys to the property.
Paperwork to say that he's been he's no longer the tenant.
We've got a copy of his lease, that's all.
Okay.
A copy of his ID and all the bits that we thought we might need to do, but we've not got a copy of the eviction notice that we saved to him.
Okay.
Carrying that around with us all the time, which is obviously a lot of paperwork for every property. But you know, we can send it to you again, but I know it's been sent in recorded post to your home address, County Road, to the business address. You've also responded on emails, which I can pull up right now, but shows that you say that you're not leaving the property, which in response to my notice. So you have received them.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. And whatever I responded, that didn't specifically say that. You're just making up stories. By the way, I have all my stuff in there. And if you're suggesting you could just confiscate it just because of what you say you've given. No, but you listen, but you're locking up the stuff. You want to lock up the place. You can't do that. You need to go to the court and you need to apply for an eviction, and only the court can give you that. Because as you know, this is a civil matter. I'm saying stuff, you're saying stuff. Who knows what's correct? You're just going to just take my stuff and do whatever you like and say you're not the law. You can't do that. And the police know that. I'm shocked that they're telling you what to authorizing you to do this.
To remove your equipment, and if you haven't removed it, then we'll take it to a safe storage and give you a reasonable.
Really? Oh, is that how it's done? Is that how it's done? Yeah. You say whatever amount of notice you give. It's the courts that's supposed to be handling that, and you know that. But you will be whatever. Really? Oh, how nice of you. Yeah.
We're not here to rob people. We're here to look after the landlord's property.
I see.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you know, you've been given options. You've not executed them.
That's right. That's not how it's done. This is not a court of law standing right here where you're the judge and you decide what's happening and when you've given notice, when you've not given notice, and what's happening. You know, all the rent has been paid. Everything. You can't decide that. You cannot decide that.
Going around in circles here. Do you need anything urgent out of here?
Well, I need all my stuff urgently. Yeah. He can't just confiscate my stuff.
Okay.
You can't just permit him to confiscate my stuff.
Sorry, I'm here to prevent breach of the peace.
So you need to tell him to go to the court and apply for an eviction.
Okay.
But you're breaching the peace. We're just trying to secure.
That's what you need to tell him. That's the law.
Sorry, I don't need to tell him to do anything. I'm here because the people, according to the phone calls to police, you've made threats towards him.
And I called and said that he made threats as well.
Okay, so that's why police are here to prevent that from happening. Okay.
So basically, you're giving him permission to confiscate my stuff. That's what you're telling him to do.
I'm not giving him.
And I'm telling you, he needs to go to court to secure an eviction.
Anything. Listen, I'm not saying anything. All right. I'm here to prevent a breach of the peace.
I have the keys to the property. He doesn't.
You don't have the keys to the property.
Yes, I do. I have the keys to the property. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
You don't.
Yeah, because you broken into the property and you took the fob in there. That's you can't just do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's illegal.
Okay. Yeah.
You broken into the property.
Instruct your solicitor, that is absolutely fine.
No, you should be instructing your solicitor.
Have you got any sort of paperwork to say that he needs to be evicted? Because that.
Well, I can show you a copy of the lease.
Whatever he wrote.
That's fine. No worries.
Could you believe that? The police is telling him he could just go and take my stuff.
Yeah, so this was an offer of renewal, like I said, which he never signed. Back in August again, because we were trying to obviously negotiate this deal.
Yeah.
But the lease is essentially exactly the same, except for a change of dates. And as part of that lease, like there's sort of like no right for it to just roll over and remain. It's not a residential lease; it's a commercial lease.
Okay.
So it's very different. I understand your frustration because you're treating it as though it's a residential property, but
it's the same. It's the same.
It's not.
It's for any property.
So yeah. So he's got no.
How does he know I didn't sign that lease? How does he know there's another copy that I didn't sign? He's not the judge.
Property. He also owns all of these commercial units here. That we have for him in his house. Yeah. Well, he's been given all this documents. So this isn't his old copy, but we do have that, so we can provide that. If he wants to take it legally, that's fine. But on all of the commercial leases, there's no security of tender. So you have no right at the expiry of your lease, which was June.
You're not the judge. You need to take that to the judge. Okay, you're not a judge. You just can't decide any of that on your own. No. You're supposed to take it to the judge, but they're giving you the authority to do it.
We just want to secure the property for the owner.
Listen, I don't care what you're talking about. You need to tell that to the judge.
What judge? There is no judge involved.
Oh, you're the judge.
We need to just secure the property for the owner. That's as
in
simple
terms
as it
of
is.
obviously the relief, that paperwork or whatever. I'm not saying it's true or I don't know. I'm literally coming here. I've never met both of you at all. Okay.
I understand. Like obviously you just need to keep the peace. So is there a problem with us securing that property now for the owner?
So if you've got legal documents saying that he needs to be out,
and if you
he doesn't.
If you want to pursue it after,
you don't have any legal documents.
So
okay, you don't have any
to secure the property now.
Do you have anything via email that you can show me or anything like that?
In what respect?
Stating that is like his old lease that he's actually signed. Have you got a copy of that saying the end of the date?
Because it's a personal phone, but we have work emails on it. But yeah, we would have signed it. It would have been a paper lease at the time. So.
Because I understand you've got that paperwork, which is a new tenancy,
I know.
not signed.
That's something that copy of.
If you've got an old copy of his lease that's expired, and he's obviously the date showing that he's expired. Is there anyone in the office that you can call or anything like that, get them sent over to you? Because when I've been dealing with this in the past, obviously they've turned up and they've had all like the legal paperwork with them, basically that they can hand in person to the occupier and state that they're no longer the tenant and they shouldn't be out.
Yeah. So obviously there's an email to Aliosis on 12th of 8 to say obviously his rights. So signed his new lease. It's now been revoked because he's hasn't signed it and it's been since June. He had an email on 28th of August to say 24-hour notice of his lock change. His 2 weeks notice expires today. I've copied in the owner, which is Alan Craddock, who's his landlord. He also called me to threaten me on the 30th of August, which I sent a follow-up email to that, just to say obviously that, you know, I want to place on record, and that, you know, he's threatening me and anyone that comes to the property or on the street. So he is fully aware. So I'm sure you're aware your notices are toothless without a court order, so that obviously says to me he's received those notices.
Okay.
You know, so he's admitting that he's had them. I know for full certainty he's definitely had those notices of his termination of his lease, which expired in June. You've got no right
you
to
know.
be here.
Yeah.
If you want to obviously instruct the solicitor after the property's been secured, you're more than welcome to.
That's what you ought to
No
have been
doubt
doing,
about that.
okay?
You know, everything
Instead
that
of
we've
trying
done
to
is
tell,
correct.
try to
But
scroll through your phone
ultimately-
and say what's going on and what's not going on. Okay?
Yeah, but ultimately,
And
our
lying.
job is to secure the property, and you know you've
Yeah.
got the right to come back and collect your possessions at a time that's convenient for you. That's totally fine. We're not saying you
Okay,
can't.
you're not the law. You don't just decide when you just turn up and just change locks on people and do things like that and confiscate the
so
property.
listen,
Okay,
so-
you can't
But
do
like,
that.
like
So
we know, it is a civil
based on those emails, I've seen you reply.
You don't know if that's my email. You haven't seen
Okay.
anything.
Okay, that's right. Well, so I've seen somebody reply.
That's right.
Okay. So this gentleman here has obviously paperwork that I can see, emails that I can see for the eviction of yourself. Okay.
But you don't know that to me. You don't know that.
Okay.
You don't even know what's in there. He just scrolled through it. He just talked
Okay.
about threats. He scrolled through everything. You don't know that I sent this email. What was said.
Okay.
What he
Well,
what he
this can
concocted.
be-
What he
this
put
can be
together.
argued after today.
Absolutely. I mean,
This can be argued after
well,
today,
I mean,
all
what
right?
you're doing is definitely unprofessional, and that's
Okay.
very clear.
So
You don't even know what you're doing. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been
what do you
doing
mean?
that.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
You don't?
Know? Okay.
You don't?
That's fine. All right. Basically, I'm here to assist this male.
That's
and to
precisely what you're
prevent-
doing.
To prevent breach of the peace. Okay. You've made threats.
How do you know
towards
I've
this
made
male.
threats? What threats did I make? What
Okay.
threats? What are the threats?
So if you'd like to confiscate that
What are
file,
the
when it's on
threats?
that video,
Okay.
where we just
No,
said
what
we-
are the threats?
So you made threats that to kick
Saying-
this male in the street on a 999 phone call. All right. They're the threats.
No,
Okay?
that's you did not hear that.
Okay.
You heard I ought to be doing that, but in fact I'll let the court of law deal with that. That's what you
Okay.
heard.
Okay. So that's still a threat, isn't
No,
it?
I said no, it's a threat that the court of law will deal with it instead.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay. So I'm here to help secure this property, and then obviously you can arrange with the company or the mail to come collect your stuff at a later date, okay? Okay.
Okay.
Apart from kitchen appliances and heavy goods or anything like that, do you need anything personal out of that property before you leave?
Well, I do need a lot of personal stuff in there.
I would suggest you gather it now.
Now, I'm gonna have to take a photo of my stuff because if anything is
Well, you're recording it, so that'll be enough.
yeah, well, what you're doing is also illegal, and I'm glad I've been recording it from the beginning because you actually lying. You heard you know and saying what you know and saying that I made threats. It's a good thing I've been recording it myself. I'm not going to rely on you guys recording. I do my own recordings.
I'm just giving him opportunity to take any personal stuff that he needs to take out. Obviously, the heavy goods, so you'll have to arrange at a different date. Does he have a contact number where you can arrange it?
All the information.
I don't know what he's talking about. I have no information. Ask him to leave all the information right here. Don't tell me what, you know, don't just say whatever you want. Even if they're believing all your lies, you need to leave all the information right here, right now.
Show 2 years of
Listen, I don't really care. I need the information right now.
Providing details of who we can contact.
Yeah, so that they can confirm. Because you're not going to play your games around here, okay? You're not going to play your games with me. I can tell you that much. No, listen, yeah, please. Yeah, let me just see what he's giving the police officers to confirm that his email and he can be reached by all of these places, his address and stuff like that. But that has let's see, where's the Butcham's court? Right, okay, that's fine. Take that. going to bring it down for you.
To be honest, with that one.
It's my property.
I understand that.
So I'm not going to damage
keep
it.
that open.
Yeah, I just want to close it for a bit. It's my property now. I'm not under arrest or anything else. Yes, that's right. I have personal stuff, so if you don't mind,
Keep that open.
Yeah, but it's my property. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'd rather keep that open, to be honest.
Okay, that's fine. You have view of it as well.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just bringing it down a little bit.
Yeah, keep it down.
I'm not bringing it down.
I'll hold it there for you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You know, you do have to give me time to come back and get my food and stuff like that.
Yeah, arrange that with the gentleman here.
Well, you have to give me some time to come and get my stuff. Well, tomorrow or something.
Okay. What time?
Around this time.
Okay, so 10 o'clock tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not just show up on the spot and just give us stuff like that and saying you've done this and you've done that. No, I'm not talking about the furniture and stuff like that yet. I mean, I need further time for that. I'm just talking about stuff like food stuff and other little things that I can carry. And other things like furniture, I would need a proper time to get that. Yeah. So. Yeah. So I'll come back tomorrow for these things. And then we'll take some other time for you to get this.
Of course, and obviously, like I said, if you agree with this gentleman, if you've got his details. Okay.
I'll put that back inside before we put the foot up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
So 10 o'clock tomorrow.
10 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay, alright.
shall we? We have to make the house. What did you get?